DG made enough.
Braden Hache. I'm a defenseman for the Kingston Frontenacs. I'm a prospect for the NHL draft. I'm coming on the I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
Ethan Burroughs, play forward for the Untitled Chapter, prospect for the NHL draft, and I'm coming on to I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
Looking for the most beers on tap, great steaks, great staff? Head over to the John B. Pub.
We got the best beers, steaks, chicken wings, nachos in town. Come see us at the John B. Pub.
The John B. Pub, the best bar in town. Come sign up for our football pool. Say Hache sent you.
The #1 sports podcast in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
Ryan Hayes and Big Mike are taking over the podcast scene in Vancouver. Get down or lay down. Lay down.
Backside pass for Stillman on the other side. Then he is hammered by Hache. Quickly on him is Hutchison. Both officials' arms go up, and this is going to be Hutchison, the veteran, against the rookie Hache, and they exchange hard rights. Hache, Hutchison going toe-to-toe. Hache not backing down. He is standing in there. Not a bad showing from the kid as he gives up some inches to Hutchison, and he's giving just as good as he gets right here. The officials step in.
That one-timer away. There's a shot. Scores on the near side. Ethan Burroughs. As the onslaught continues here, and Burroughs has his first career OHL goal.
Well, he's had a pretty solid effort tonight, and he gets rewarded. And again, the attack. A lot of space out there. Lyle, the veteran.
I'm Braden Hache, defenseman with the Kingston Frontenacs. I joined the Hockey Gives Blood Player Ambassador Program because I wanted to make a positive impact both on and off the ice. Each year, hundreds of patients need a stem cell transplant to save their life. Many of them are not able to find a donor match in their family and are relying on a generous stranger, a hero, to help save their life. If you're 17 to 35 years old, you can join the Stem Cell Registry and be a hero to patients in your community and across Canada. Learn more and register at blood.ca/beahero.
So we'll start here with Ethan, born in Georgetown, Ontario. When did you start playing hockey, and did you play any other sports growing up?
I started skating when I was really young. I was probably about 3 or 4. I grew up playing tons of sports. My parents were big into other sports too, so I played a lot of football growing up, some volleyball, and I still play golf now. So.
Okay. And Braden, born in the States. When did you move to Canada, and when did you start playing hockey, and did you play any other sports growing up?
Yeah, I moved to Canada in 07, 08, so pretty young. So I started skating lessons when I was in the U.S. and then started Timbits when I got here in Canada. So been playing ever since. Played a lot of lacrosse growing up too. Tried to pick up golf in the last couple of years, but nothing special there. So hard game to learn, but it sure is fun to go out with the boys, but something that's nice to be okay at. So been trying to work at that, but not going
for
to.
Sure. Ryan's rule always is if he brings 18 balls and he makes it through 18 holes with all the balls, he had a good day.
That is a good day. That's a real good day. That'd be a great day. I might even need to bring a little bit more, but lucky if I don't lose a ball in a hole.
Yeah, I call that a good day because I like to. It's more about spending time with the boys and having a couple of cold ones.
Braden, I know you're good buddies with Shane. You're always golfing with him. What's his golf game like?
It's pretty good. I'll be honest. It's pretty good. Actually, Maddox, who couldn't get on today, he's gross. He's sick at golf. His brother's on a golf scholarship in the States, so I kind of give it to him. I expect him to be good, but yeah, Shane's got a good golf game. I was out with them earlier in the golf season, and they showed me out pretty good. So, but yeah, they're not bad. I'm sure Shane will have to attend a couple events that include golf, so it's not bad for him to be pretty good at the sport.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right. Yeah. Any nicknames? What's your guys' favorite jersey number and why?
I grew up always wearing a number 88. My favorite player was Patrick Kane growing up, so I kind of just went off him ever since minor midget. Nicknames, I get a lot. Burrs. Guys just call me Ethan too, so it's kind of all over the place with that.
Yeah. For me growing up, it was always 21. I was a big Miracle on Ice fan. So Mike Ruzioni was the captain there. I was a big 21 fan. So grew up wearing 21. And then when I signed in Kingston, I kind of came down to our equipment manager to get my stuff. And I asked him, I left and I was like, oh, I don't even know what number I'm wearing. I went back in to ask him, do I have a choice of numbers? And he turned a jersey around and it had 5 on it. And he said, this is what you're wearing. And I went, all right, sounds good to me. I didn't really care what I was wearing at that point. I was playing, so whatever. But yeah, I'm kind of just pronounce my name Hache, but the boys usually just call me Hache or something like that. So usually by my last name, but I don't get the first name very often in the room.
Okay.
What's one challenge you guys both came across in getting to where you are today?
Could be hockey, could be an injury, could be life.
Well, I'll go. I got one in here. Well, last year, kind of more of a recent facing of adversity, but I broke my foot in February or early January last year, kind of when I was really starting to get my feet wet in the league and kind of get a regular shift and start to have more of an impact on the team. And then I blocked a shot and cracked my foot at the end of January, which was, it sucked. It was a 6-week recovery. So watching from the stands, it sucks in a time where I was playing my best hockey and kind of starting to make an impact on the team. And yeah, I only got in our last weekend before we were sent home. So that was pretty disappointing, but I think it kind of shaped me to kind of keep your head up and just control what you can control. And I feel like that's a big part of this last year. Just kind of, there's so much out of our control. And at that point in time, there wasn't really much that I could do. It was fractured. So I just did what I could and did what I could off the ice to make sure I was ready to go when it was healed and when I got the go ahead. So I'm fortunate enough that I got that last weekend in before we were sent home, because it's been a while, but yeah, I feel like that was a big part of my year last year and kind of shaped my take into everything.
Yeah, so I'm kind of similar with the injury there, just different place. I got so right before the U17 tournament, a game against Barrie, I got my ear sliced in half pretty much.
Oh,
so I had to get like eight stitches there, and I ended up flying out to Calgary for the tournament. This was the first time I skated since the injury, and I could barely skate. So I had like vertigo, I guess, like something like some liquid got into my ear. So I was just pretty dizzy, like couldn't skate that well and everything. So unfortunately, I had to get sent home from that. And then after that, I was probably off for a month, just trying to prepare, get back ready. It's tough. It's tough because you want to just be playing hockey, and with an injury, you just can't. Like, you just have to be able to push through it and do all the right things off the ice in order to get back on the ice and get back playing.
Absolutely. And was it a skate that came up or something?
It was a stick. I was back checking on a power play, and the guy kind of cut across a goalie's crease, and I think they ran into each other, and he kind of flew up, and his stick went flying, and it just nailed me like right in the ear.
Wow. What a freak accident.
Yeah, exactly. It's very unlucky, but that's injuries.
Exactly. You can only move on from them anyways. Who do you guys mirror your game after, try and play like?
Personally, Cernak on Tampa Bay. He's a big mean.
Nice choice.
I'm a shutdown guy. That's kind of my role. Physical defenseman. So I like to model my game after him and kind of different areas that I can improve too. Like he's a shutdown guy, but he can also skate the puck up the ice, which is a part of my game I'm working on right now. And I really like watching him play. He makes life miserable for everybody around him. And he's a player that's a staple on Tampa, and he did a lot of good things, kind of get them to the Cup final, and really reliable and be able to shut down kind of the last couple seconds of a game when you need him. So I like watching him, and he's a name that I like to model myself after.
I know rumors are only rumors, but there's a lot of rumors of him coming to Vancouver, and I definitely would love that.
Yeah. They got to clear up a little bit of cap, so who knows?
Oh, are you keeping your eye on our Vancouver Canucks?
No, I think he meant Tampa having a clear up.
Of
us
course.
too.
The Canucks are having that problem as well.
Just a couple.
Okay, so what's one weakness?
Hold on. Let Ethan answer.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ethan.
Yeah, so there's just I don't really go off one specific player, but if I were to choose someone, probably a guy like Pasternak, where he can play both ways, and he's really good in the O-zone, scores lots of goals, makes tons of plays, and he's also good defensively as well. Just a guy like him, just the way he plays, I like watching it, and it's fun. But then there's just a bunch of guys in the league that you just try to be a little bit like you want to have that 1T like OV or the moves like Kucherov. So it's just tons of guys to look up to.
Absolutely.
And what's one part of your game you're looking to improve?
For me, just like overall confidence with the puck. That's kind of what I've tried to work on while we've pretty much only been able to work on skills and skating for the last year and a half. So really what I've been focusing on is just my offensive game, being able to produce at the other end. I'm comfortable with my defensive play, but I want to be able to contribute on the other end. So just kind of working the blue line and just gaining confidence there, so that I have the confidence to make those plays and those decisions or skate the puck a little bit. It's kind of what I've just been focusing on. So, producing on the other end of the ice too.
Yeah. I've been working on all my game, but I really just want to work on keeping my compete level up. We haven't played games in a while, so like in the OHL in a while. So just trying to be more competitive out there, and the skates getting closer to the season, just working on that. Because as soon as we get back in the season, everyone's going to be working hard. Everyone's going to be excited to play again, so the compete level is going to be really high.
Now, Braden, must not be hard for you. I'm sure Shane gives it just as hard as he does in games and practice. So, that must be a tough practice every practice.
Yeah. You want to go up against him because he makes you better, or he might make you look silly a little bit. But he's a big leader on our team simply because of that. There's no difference between playing against somebody else or competing in practice. There's that high compete level, and I feel like I see that big in the top players of every team. I'm sure every player can touch on that, and they just want to make themselves better, and it rubs off on everyone else. So as much as I can match up against him, whether it's good or bad for me on the ice, whatever. He competes hard, and he brings the overall compete level of the practice just higher every time he's out there, because we'll be playing small area games and it'll be like a game 7. Like that's just kind of how it is, and I feel like we're lucky to have that, because it changes the whole culture and mindset of our team.
Yep. And Ethan drafted 29th overall to Owen Sound. Take you back to draft day, and also take you back to your first OHL goal against Barrie.
So draft day. I don't even know. It was just an exciting day just to see my name called, even just to see all like my friends and all these other people get drafted. It was just such a cool experience. It was just so much fun, especially to be drafted Owen Sound. First year there, I loved it, and I'm really excited to get back there. And then with that first goal, that game was kind of a blowout. I think we won like 10-0 or something. I just remember it was a power play. I was just sitting back door, and Lyle made a sweet pass, and I just tapped it in. It was a great feeling. So,
okay, and Braden, 63rd overall to Kingston, taking you back to draft day, taking you back to your first fight against Nolan Hutchison.
Yeah. Draft day was a bit of a whirlwind. I feel like everyone kind of creates expectations for themselves, and as much as you want to say it, just be calm and stay calm. It's kind of hard to do that on draft day, and you start to see guys go and, or you slide on where you think you're going. But, to be honest, Kingston wasn't even a team that I was really thinking of, because, I thought I was going elsewhere and a different place in the draft, and that's kind of how it all happens. It happens quick, and actually they stop like the video part of it that they do live after the third round, and I thought there was like an intermission or something, but it continues on the website. So I was the first pick in the fourth round, so I was like, I went up to my room. I was kind of upset. I was like, what's going on here? Like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna take myself away from the scene. And my dad started to get messages, and I started to get texts like congrats and all this. And what the hell is going on? Like, what do you mean? Like, kind of confused because you're kind of lost in everything. And then it was actually my cousin who was there, and he saw it on the screen, but he didn't want to say anything. So we were like, refresh the screen, and then it popped up, and it was like 3 picks already past Kingston's pick. So yeah, it was exciting, and it turned out well because we got a young squad, and I'm super happy where I am. So. And that first fight, that was an experience for sure. I don't have a goal to speak about yet, like Ethan over here, but we'll work around that this season. But the first fight, I was kind of just a dumped puck by Hutchison, who's a pretty active fighter in the OHL in his career, kind of a mean power forward, and he was playing with Stillman, and Stillman came in, and we were kind of both going for the puck, and it was one of those, like, we tried to body each other pretty much before getting to the puck, and he caught the worst of that one. And I knew I was like, Hutchison's on this line and Macaulay Carson's on this line. Thank God I didn't get him, because I probably would have got my teeth punched in. But and I was like, coach's kid, like, someone's probably going to come. But it was, he hopped on my back, and I didn't even know who it was. Like, I had no idea. And he's like, drop him, kid. And I was like, all right. So I kind of turned around and dropped him, and we just went at it. I kind of blacked out, to be honest. There's like 4 minutes.
It was a pretty good tilt. I mean,
yeah, it was. We both didn't fall. Yeah, we kind of went at it. We went at it pretty good. And the adrenaline, like, all the guys speak about it. I think it was a practice before, I grabbed like Wisdom and Brand on our team, who have had a couple good throwdowns. And I was like, what do I do in this? Like, I've never been in a, fight in the OHL. So I was like, what's going to happen? Because I figured with my game, I'm a physical player. Like, it's probably going to happen at some point like that. I'll make a hit and it'll happen. So I wanted to, know the basics of kind of somewhat what to do. But I kind of forgot about all that. I just blacked out, and you kind of just throw them, and like, you punch the helmet, you don't feel it. Like, you don't feel anything, like, but it was exhausting. Like, I got back in the room, like, and there was like 4 minutes left. So I went to the room, and I got in the dressing room, I dropped my stuff, and I was wheezing. I was like, holy, I didn't realize, right? Like, you go, you get off, you're like, let's go, like, whatever. And then you get in the room, you're like, God, like, I'm dead. And then the doctor came in because they want to check like your knuckles and stuff. But other than that, it was sick. I think the overall part, just because I was a rookie and he was a 2000 born, that just the respect from the guys was kind of cool. Like, obviously I didn't really know, but the older guys in the team, just kind of getting that different level of respect from them was pretty sick. And it was good to get that first one under my belt. And I'm sure with Shane, I'll have a couple more next year. So
absolutely.
I'm gonna shoot one here, and little lighter question here. If you were having a dinner party and you had to invite 3 famous people, who are you inviting, dead or alive?
Oh. You know what? I think Biz Nasty's got to be there. To be honest, I listened to a fair amount of Spit and Chicklets, and he sounds like a beauty. And I feel like that would just be somebody to be, a great storyteller. It'd be good to. He'd definitely have to be there. I think so.
That's a good one.
I'm trying to think. That's a good one. That's one that makes you think for sure.
Yeah, I won't always get you. I got 2 guys that I can think of. One would be The Rock. Just to see what his life is like, because I know that his life is just way different than everyone else's. Gets up at like 3 a.m. or something, works out like 3 times a day. So something like him, and then also the Gronk. I'm a big football guy, so I've seen the way he he parties at those Super Bowl things, just to see like what he like how he is as a person would just be awesome.
So for example,
yeah, more on probably like a serious note, just kind of a cool person that would be, you know, I watch a fair amount of his like the videos that recap would just be Kobe. I think like he's been such a good leader and left such a big legacy that it'd be kind of cool to be able to, you know, sit down and just see his approach to everything, because he kind of got everybody that he played with on his back. And, you know, guys like him and MJ, it'd be kind of cool to just kind of listen to them speak and their approach to everything, because those guys, it's insane how hard they work and how hard they worked. So, yeah.
Yeah. For example, I always go with Tupac, Seth Rogen, because I'd love to sit there and hear some jokes from Seth Rogen, and then Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Awesome. I always roll Wayne Gretzky. I mean, pick that guy's brain, Muhammad Ali, and I always throw in a little eye candy, a little Carrie Underwood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He says that until the wife gets home, and then he's in trouble.
Any pregame rituals or routines?
Just kind of like I just try to do like kind of the same routine. No really rituals. I just get warmed up, play some sewer with the boys. Just try to do the same things. Roll out. Just make sure I'm mentally prepared as well. Just trying to get focused for the game. Just doing all the right things.
Yeah, I kind of stay away from like severe superstitions, because, you know, I don't want to get into the mindset where like if it doesn't happen, then it screws me up big time. And so I kind of basic things though, like basic pregame rituals. I kind of base my stuff off time, like the clock when it starts at 40 minutes, and kind of just different things that I base it off of. Sometimes I hit the bike if I feel a little tired and warm up or a little heavy, but yeah, other than that, it's kind of just simple stuff. I used to base kind of my timing off of one of our OAs last year, Nick King, and, you know, I'd follow him out of the dressing room and we'd go stand for a little bit and kind of shoot the shit in the tunnel before the guys started to come out. We'd go there pretty early, so I kind of just like to do that. And we all had, you know, handshakes coming out of the tunnel, and I used to do a warm-up routine with Maddox Collins too. So we had a little handshake and just a little passing thing that we used to do. So yeah, just kind of simple stuff, but nothing like crazy serious, because I don't want to have anything that if it goes wrong, I'm all of a sudden thrown off my game.
Braden, congratulations on the 2021 Dana Braun's honorary award. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And if anyone that doesn't know, she was an athletic therapist, I believe, for the Humboldt Broncos that passed away in the crash.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that was a crazy honor. To be honest, something that I knew about, but I knew there were so many different Hockey Gives Blood, you know, player ambassadors that were as deserving of the award. And they actually did an amazing job with the presentation of it too. So I did a virtual campaign over, you know, stem cell registry and joining the stem cell registry along with Hockey Gives Blood. And I had some cool support with like Pavel Barber and some different cool names that supported it. And Hockey Gives Blood did like a promotional video too for the Be a Hero campaign is what it's called. And yeah, it's been a cool experience with Hockey Gives Blood overall. You know, kind of changed my life and the others around me. It's something that's so simple, giving blood and doing things like joining the stem cell registry. It's so easy, so simple. And I feel like it's something that, you know, people don't know about it unless someone tells you. And that was kind of the same thing with myself. Before Stu Middleton, who runs Hockey Gives Blood, contacted me, I had no idea really about it. So I feel like it's something that's so easy, but the award, it was an honor. I actually had the opportunity to speak with her family, which was pretty crazy, to speak with her parents and her sister. And, you know, obviously someone that they've lost a sister and a daughter at such a young age. And to be able to be a recipient under her name is such an honor. And I feel like it's something that the whole hockey community knows. Everyone knows about Humboldt. And I had some cool people reach out, like Caleb Dahlgren, who was also a survivor, and he reached out, and I ended up getting his book, and I'm in the middle of that right now too. So it was kind of cool to see some names, some professional women's hockey players too, just support from all the Hockey Is Blood player ambassadors too. I don't think I knew how big it was until it was announced, and all these people, different player ambassadors from the Q and the W, reaching out to me to say congratulations. So I think it's more of a group effort. I was just the one name that was the recipient of the award, but everyone was as deserving of it, especially the other nominees that were out there too.
Absolutely, and that's a great award to have. Go ahead, Ray.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it with the draft questions here. If you were an animal, what would you be?
Some good questions here.
These ones hit me. Then I think.
We gotta catch you guys off guard here a little bit.
Yeah, you did. You got me real good.
For an example, I always go with a dolphin because I got no hair and I got a nose.
That's good. Oh,
our most common answer is probably a lion because King of the Jungle, obviously.
Yeah. Some respect there. Yeah.
I'll go. I've always grown up loving birds, so a bird would be one of mine. I don't know. I just think it's cool. I just fly around.
Mine would be kind of sick. To be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah. That'd be kind of dope. There's that route, and there's also like the lion route too. I feel like I'm stuck in between here. But yeah, I don't know, something like that. Maybe even like a big bird, like not just a little one, like
pterodactyl.
Something that rules the sky.
Yeah, pterodactyl.
There it is.
$100 bill, bottom of the toilet, $20 bill on the counter. Which one are you going for?
You giving me a stick or
no?
Is it clean?
Yeah, is it clean?
We don't know. We don't know what.
We don't know. Ooh.
Yeah.
I might go for it.
Yeah, I think I'd go for it too. I think it might be worth the risk.
So the reason we asked that one is because it's actual NHL draft question. Scouts want to know that you're willing to get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfetti was the one that told us that one. Have you guys had any weird questions being draft year?
Not like ones like that. To be honest, they've all been fairly serious.
Kind of straightforward.
Yeah, I think the only one that kind of caught me off guard was just, mid conversation, they ask you something like, who do you play hockey for? And it's just one that kind of makes you think, like those kind of ones that make you think. They're not like I never got hit with any like silly questions like that though. Like that's one that, I don't know. Okay. I don't hear anything like that.
We've heard a few, Mike. There's the plane one as well and the party one. Plane one is like if the plane's going down, or you jumping in the seat if the pilot can't, or
are you the guy stepping up to jump in the seat, or are you gonna let someone else do it? And then the other one was if you guys are all out at someone's birthday party, let's say, but after a big win, you guys go out and celebrate, and curfew's at 11. Are you leaving with the guys leaving before 11, or are you staying?
Leaving.
Good call.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
$1,000 karaoke prize on the line. You got to sing one song. What are you singing?
Oh, what am I singing? Something country.
Yeah, that's what my mind went to.
I'm thinking of one that would play and it'd be good.
Little T Swift.
You know what? There's probably a T Swift song that I could pop out karaoke for 100%. There's no question about that. I think it's sure probably be something along the lines of like Luke Bryan or Morgan Wallen or something that I'd be comfortable enough that it's like, all right, I know this whole thing. So
good.
It would definitely be country though, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Mine would probably be chicken fried, Zach Brown.
Hey, that's $1,000 on the line. That's a big safe bet. Yeah, I'd have to go with that. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
What about hidden talents? I mean, I got one. I can do West Side, but with my toes in one, no hands.
Oh, look at this guy. I don't have any coaches for you.
Yeah, I know.
Talents.
No hidden talents?
Whew.
Juggling?
To be honest, I don't have that party trick out for me.
Okay,
I don't have a hidden talent.
Fair enough.
I'm kind of the same. I don't know.
I gotta start searching for that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get ready for that.
Braden, what was it like having Conrad, NHL ref and OHL ref director? I mean, he must sit on his edge of his seat when he's watching your play style.
Yeah, that's why I was born in the U.S. My dad was reffing in the NHL and the American League and the NCAA there. He was only 94 to 01 in the NHL, and then it was the American League there. It was Manchester Monarchs, was a farm team for LA at the time, and we were in Manchester. So I grew up watching a lot of those games, and I feel like that's kind of where the love for hockey started to brew. And he ended up taking the job with the OHL as director of officiating. I think it was 2006. And then he was traveling. He'd come like 2 weeks here and spend it with my aunt in Aurora, which is 10 minutes down the road, and 2 weeks back home. And then just with the travel, we ended up moving here. But growing up, I watched the OHL all the time because he's in the rinks usually every Friday night. 'Cause we're a weekend league, so I'd always be there, and I feel like it was kind of cool to play in those arenas because a lot of them felt like hometown games just because I've grown up kind of always going to games with him and always wanting to go to games with him and my brother and stuff. And so we do kind of butt heads here and there with referee opinions, but we do get in some good arguments, but it is good to have that other side though. Like, if I'm mad about something and he says, this is the actual rule, then it's fair. But the OHL did a good job, though. They removed him fully from Kingston. So there's no conflict of interest. If anything's going on with Kingston, he doesn't have a part of it. And they kind of let him just attend the games as a dad. And he doesn't work when he watches me play, which is kind of cool. So he said that's kind of weird because he can actually show up in, regular clothes or wear a ball hat in the rink. And, he's never done that. So, or maybe have a beer, or whatever he wants to do. And, so they did a good job with that. A lot of respect towards them for just kind of, and it also, eliminates any questions from anybody else if they think anything's going on between, Kingston having my dad in the office there. So they did a good job kind of fully eliminating him from anything to do with Kingston and scheduling. He doesn't schedule any refs for any games with Kingston or anything like that. It's fully not in his hands. So it's been good. He's been able to just be kind of a father to myself.
That's awesome. And he must like that too. I mean, it's nice once in a while. Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I've never had a beer in an OHL game. This is weird. He's like, I feel like I shouldn't be having one, but it's good. Yeah, it's good.
What colors you guys' stick tape and favorite Gatorade color?
Go for it.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi is bugging here.
I was just saying, what color is your stick tape and favorite Gatorade color?
I use black. With the off season, I just kind of change it up, whatever I have at home. So sometimes I use white, but growing up, I've always used black. And that was my dad's favorite tape color, so I just kind of got that from him. Favorite Gatorade color is probably blue. When I was growing up, it was always like yellow, like lime green or whatever.
Yeah.
I was always my favorite, and then it just slowly changed to blue. So I always get that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm white stick tape. I had like coaches when I was younger tell me it was easier for the goalie to see the puck when, as a defenseman, when I transitioned, I was a forward to like minor Adam. And then when I was a D, they told me to use white tape. So I kind of just ran with that. I'm not really too picky though. But the Gatorade colors, to be honest, in Kingston last year, our equipment manager had a lot of fun with it. He would kind of mix and match everything, and I felt like that was kind of the better ones. Purple's pretty good, blue too. But sometimes when they mix and match them, it's pretty good too. So they kind of
absolutely,
yeah.
And how
important do that a lot too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And how important is it a young player's public image nowadays? We know that a lot of stuff happens. How do you guys take care of that?
Yeah. You just know like your phone, social media, all that stuff. You just have to be more mature. Like our age group, we have to mature fast. We have to understand the rights and wrongs. And I'm lucky. My parents have always taught me the right way, how to do everything. So I'm lucky for them to be a good support for me.
Yeah, totally agree with him. Lucky to be raised the way I am, and like he said, kind of at a young age, like the average 16-year-old doesn't have to be under the same pressures and the platforms that we have as OHL players, and there's so many young hockey players and players that just wish they were in our spot and dream of being in our spot one day. So it's just being a good person overall, and I feel like that's becoming more common with the draft too. And they're looking for not only good players but good people in general, and building good teams. And I feel like that's just it's important, and you just got to be smart. Like that's a simple thing. Like it's be smart. Don't be reckless, and be mature, and just be okay with anybody. Your coaches or your families or your billets or an NHL scout being okay with every decision you make and everything you do, and just kind of keeping that in the back of your head, because there's one little thing can end your career pretty quick. So.
Absolutely. And as you've seen, it doesn't matter if it happened 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it's with you for life. And it's definitely a good lesson. And we had one football guy tell us basically his rule is he doesn't post and he doesn't want his grandma to see. So it's like, that's a good call.
Yeah.
My grandma would kick my ass when I was posting stuff like that. Back in my day, we got the strap. Grandma was allowed to hit us back in my day.
Yeah. Everything's under the microscope. There's nothing that nobody finds out about.
That's exactly. And being young guys in the spotlight, you guys gotta be careful what you post and stuff. What about favorite sports movie?
Miracle on Ice for me. That's a no-brainer. Yeah.
All those hockey ones are good, but I'm a big Happy Gilmore guy. That's just
I like it.
It's comedy. Adam Sandler. It's a funny movie. I've watched that so many times.
That's a good one.
What about pancakes or waffles for the rest of your life if you had to eat one of them?
I like both, but I might have to settle on the pan. I don't know. Waffle, I feel like you could be a little more adventurous too. Like you could, if it was for the rest of my life, like I feel like I could have more things on a waffle than I could have on a pancake, which might have to come down to that, being a little more adventurous with it. I think it'd be a better base than a pancake, maybe.
Yeah.
I love both, but I'm more of a pancake guy. That would probably be my go-to there.
Okay. Did either of you guys attend that Erie showcase, by the way? And how was that?
So I did attend that. It was awesome. It was run so well. For all those people, the Parrots, Hoffman, Beck, and Humphreys, for all of them to put that together, it was incredible. The volunteers there were amazing. There was equipment managers. They're just running it very smooth. It was also fun to just be back playing again. I really miss hockey. You could tell everyone else there did miss hockey. It was a great experience.
Awesome.
Yeah, personally. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I looked into it pretty heavily as kind of being a guy that went later in the OHL draft, and this was kind of my year to try and make a name for myself and kind of show that maybe where I went's not where I am right now. And but it was just I think for me, with the talk of my family and just the quarantine and everything, and I was happy for the guys. I reached out to Hoffman. I had a great conversation with him, and I just said, when I sat down with my parents and my coaches and agent, and we made the decision not to attend. But I do have friends, and I train with Jordan Coy, who was there too goalie, and it did look awesome. It was run very smoothly, like Ethan said. He was there, so obviously you can see that with more confidence. But no, I still kept watching everything and seeing everything on Twitter and stuff like that. But no, I'm happy that it ran smooth, because there's always the worry of a case breakout or anything like that, and I'm happy for them that it ran smooth. If I was to go back, would I consider going a little more? Probably. But obviously there's not much I can do now. I just kind of tried to keep my head down and make the most of my time at home. But for sure, it would have been nice to go play some games. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like Ethan said, is probably just fun in general, be able to play games. I haven't played since our last game in, March of last year. So I feel like it'd definitely be good, but we made the decision not to attend. Yeah.
Fair enough.
And tomorrow night's the draft. How are you guys both preparing for it?
I'm just taking it as a normal day. It's just going to be a cool experience, whether I get picked or not. It'll be exciting to see who goes, and I know that some of my friends will get picked, so it's just awesome. I'm just trying to treat it like a normal day, not overthink it too much, because when you get to that point, then you put way too much stress on yourself.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. Obviously, with a year without hockey, there's so much that's out of your control, and I feel like that's just what I try to keep telling myself. I used to stress about it when we weren't playing and the dates were getting pushed and all that, and the W and the Q were playing or whatever. But there's so much that's out of your control, and I feel like there's, it is hyped, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. There's always more years of eligibility, and there's more and more stories of guys finding different routes to get there. And realistically, it is only 1 year of if you want it to be a long career, and if you're good enough, you'll make it, and whatever road that is. And I'm just trying to kind of keep myself grounded, and like Ethan said, treat it like another day. Maybe tune in tomorrow night, or see where friends go, but I'll go golfing on Saturday morning and just kind of clear my head and treat it like another day. Yeah.
Good call. And if a scout or GM were to ask, what do you guys bring to the table, or describe your game?
I think I'm play like a two-way goal scorer. I think you can put me in all positions, and I'll put my bet. Like I'll work hard. I'll go out there. I'll block shots. I'll hit. I'll get energy going, and also create some offense.
Yeah, I kind of like to represent my game with like a team first player. One of those guys that's shut down, physical. I use my size. I've been working a lot on my speed lately, so I'm a big guy, but I'm mobile too. Just trying to make that first pass and be a reliable defenseman. But yeah, like Eden said too, I'm somebody who can bring energy to the team, and I'm someone that's not afraid to kind of throw my body around when needed, but also in smart ways. There's certain times when that's not what you need, but I love killing penalties and blocking shots and realistically doing anything for the team to win.
Good attributes to have. I just want to thank both you fellas for taking the time for us today and coming on and chat with us. We're obviously big fans of both of you. We know you guys are both going to go far in hockey, and we can't wait to cheer you guys on the next level. You guys have fans in us for life.
That's for sure.
Looking for the most beers on tap, great steaks, great staff? Head over to the John B. Pub.
We got the best beers, steaks, chicken wings, nachos in town. Come see us at the John B. Pub.
The John B. Pub, the best bar in town. Come sign up for our football pool. Say Hache sent you.